Hey guys, Chart Stoppers back with another video. In this channel we take a look at different stocks and map out their key support and resistance areas on their chart. It's important to know these areas before buying any stock, and it's also important to know what kind of a trend a stock is in before you buy into it. Support and resistance is one of the most important things you should know about a stock before you either buy or sell. Also, if you're doing any day trading, swing trading, or options, you are definitely going to want to get familiar with support and resistance. And just to let you know, I'm not a financial expert. These videos are for educational purposes only, but I am here to point out key factors on the charts which do impact the price action of a stock. I also provided a link in the description for Webull. You could use it to start an account and get 2 free stocks. And I also provided a link for Robinhood. You could use that to start an account and get 1 free stock. And just to let you know, we will be doing 3 videos per week on 3 different stocks. So if you have a recommendation, leave a comment below and I'll try to get to it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification button so you don't miss out on any new videos. So let's get into the market today. Today is May 4th, 2021. And as you could see, the market is selling off right now. The S&P 500 is down 0.94%. The Dow is also down 0.61%, and the NASDAQ is getting crushed right now, down 1.85%. So it looks like we might be heading into another correction. We already had a correction in the NASDAQ that's been going on for the past two to 3 months. It looks like the S&P 500 might have topped out at 420. And we might be looking at a correction in the S&P and maybe the Dow also. So we'll keep an eye on that going forward. But today I wanted to take a look at Nano Dimensions. I had a request from a viewer to go over this again. I did a video on it before. I'll provide the link in the upper right hand corner. You could go back and watch that to see how I mapped my chart out for this one. And let's get into it today. So today it is currently trading at $6.89 at the time of this recording. It's down 22 cents, which is the equivalent of 3.09% today. Nano Dimensions has a market cap of 1.80 billion, and their 52-week high was $17.89, which they hit on January 26th of this year. And you could also see that they hit a double top on February 10th and tried to retest the all-time high. Didn't quite make it there. It made a high of $17.77 on that day. And that was right before the correction started. As you could see on the chart, since that day of February 10th, it has been selling off. It sold off a lot during this correction. Hit this bottom right here on March 5th. We hit a low that day of $6.50, only to recover to around $11.45, where I have my line right here in the blue. But the sell-off continued. You know, it's been stuck in this downtrend here. Let me zoom in for you. And you can see I have my downtrend marked in the red line. And it looks like I need to move this a little bit because it somehow got messed up here. And I'll just move that right there and line it up with my candles here. And as you could see, it's been stuck in this downtrend since around, the end of January here. You saw this, it broke out a little bit right here. And that was just probably, fear of missing out when the stock started rising. And it hit those all-time highs only to have people sell off once it got over $17. And ever since then, you've lost a lot of value in this stock moving forward to today. So we could see here we had our main resistance at the top at $17. That is what we're going to want to look at moving forward. If we want to see this thing hit new all-time highs, we're going to want to break above $17. And we're going to want to see that close above there because it's never closed above $17 before. You could see it through the intraday. It went up there, but it, promptly sold off once it got above 17. So we're going to want to see that moving forward if we are going to reach new highs to close above $17. During the correction here, it looks like we our first support level, which was around $11.50 here, that got broken through easily as the market sold off during this area right here through the correction. And it looks like, we thought we bottomed out right here on March 5th, and it recovered nicely. It recovered all the way back up to around $11.50, and that's going to be a resistance point moving forward. But once we reach this level, it's sold off again, and it's been stuck in this downtrend ever since. We retested the lows of March 5th right around here, and only to break below those lows, right in this area right here on April 15th, which was a couple weeks ago. So we reached a new low, which was right in here. We reached a low on this day of $6.58, and right now we are trading in that area again. Today the low is $6.61. So it looks like $6.50 is going to be our new support area. As you can see, we've hit it once, twice, and now a third time today, as the market is selling off again. So right here I'm on the 4-hour chart. I'm going to switch over to my daily chart and see what we could look at here. As you could see, it looks like we're breaking down our trend line, which is marked in the green here. We're dropping below that, so we might have to move that. I'm not sure. We'll see how the rest of the day works out, but it looks like, this trend line might be in jeopardy, and we might be falling below this green trend line and following this downtrend line as we head forward. We'll have to see if we move forward, if the $6.50 resist or support right here holds up. If it doesn't, we're going to be looking at a drop down to around $6.20 as our next support line right here. And it looks like our 200-day moving average so far is holding up. If we drop below that, we're going to be in pretty big trouble here moving forward if this does not hold up. You could see today it already bounced off that 200-day moving average. It got really close to it, and it did recover off of it. So we're going to be watching that closely moving forward to see if that 200-day moving average will hold. If it doesn't, we're going to be looking at this thing moving down to $6.20, and possibly if it doesn't hold that area, we do have a gap right in here. Looks like a small gap, and that might act as support moving forward too. So let me just throw a line right there just to show you where our next support would be if we lose this support and the $6.20 range and our 200-day moving average. Our next support would probably be around here, which is $5.75, and hopefully we can maintain this right here and we don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to switch back over to the 4-hour chart. As you can see, it did bounce nicely off of our trend line here on the 4-hour. So it looks like it might hold up today. We're not sure. We'll see if the sell-off continues today. If it does, we might be, dropping below our trend line here, but we'll see how the day plays out. And as you can see, this red line here is my downtrend that I marked out a while ago, and it has, it's been stuck in this downtrend for months here. And it looks, we had a false breakout of our downtrend on this day right here, which was April 27th, which was, last week. It looked like it was going to finally break out of this downtrend and move up and start an uptrend. But, that was a false breakout. It proceeded to sell off the next day and get right back into that downtrend. And, we've been following this downtrend ever since. And that's going to be really tough to break out of. You can see the downtrend is following our 50-day moving average right here on the 4-hour chart. So that's going to act as really high resistance right here. We're going to need to see this break above that 50-day moving average, and we're going to want to see this thing close and hold above the 50-day moving average to confirm a trend reversal here. Now the good thing here, it looks like we've hit a triple bottom off of this $6.50 support right here. We've hit this once, twice, and now a third time today, and it looks like it's holding up so far. So we will wait and see if this is a triple bottom confirmed and hopefully a reversal after that. We've seen this happen before with the triple bottom and then the reversal. So if you are looking to trade this, this might be a good time to try to buy right here and hope for a reversal. But with the market conditions right now, I would not advise that. It is a very risky move. If you're looking for a high risk, high reward, that would be a good play right here, is to buy in around here and see if this thing reverses. But right now, I don't know about that. With the market conditions, it looks like we might be headed for another correction. Even though the NASDAQ just had a correction, it looks like the S&P and the Dow might be headed for a correction, and it might drag these growth stocks with it, to further downward spirals. So, that is a risky move. If you're holding long term, I would just hold through it. Maybe try to average down on these days where there's a big sell-off and try to get your average cost down if you do have some money left over. But right now, that is a risky play to play with options right there, or, just to try to swing trade it. So if you want to do that, you can. Let's switch over to the weekly here and check out what we're looking at. And as you can see on this weekly, we're still stuck in this downtrend. We had the intraday on the weekly. It looks like it went all the way up to this 21-day moving average on the weekly chart, and it got rejected. It didn't even make it all the way up there, and it sold off. So that would be something to look at also, is the 21-day moving average on the weekly chart as resistance also moving forward. So you could see on this weekly chart, that's another good tool to look at for your trend lines, is to make sure that the weekly chart closes above the trend line to confirm that it is out of the trend line. As you could see right here, you thought you broke out of it on that one day, and it ended up going back into the downtrend. So another way to confirm your reversal would be looking at the weekly chart and making sure that it closes above that trend line right here, just to make sure that it gets out of it. So you want to be looking at that also. And also on the 4-hour and the daily chart, that's what I use mostly to confirm my trend lines. So let's switch back to the daily chart, and we'll just have one last look at this. And as you can see, watch that 50-day moving average on the daily chart also. That's acting as resistance, and it looks like our support is going to be at the 200-day moving average moving forward. So, it's a really risky trade to be buying in right now, but you could potentially have a nice reward if you take that risk. And long-term holders, I would just try to average down through this volatility and move forward with that. So that's my video and my update on Nano Dimensions. If you guys like the video, make sure you hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification button so you don't miss out on any new videos like this. And we will see you next time on Chart Stoppers.